You see, a lot of people think that IQ is the number one predictor of success. When it comes to dating, a lot of people think that beauty is the number one predictor of success. It's important. Holy shit, did you hear that? It's important to have. I'm not gonna get shot right now. Like, what the fuck? It's important to have, to at least be, in the man's eye, good looking. Now, the good thing is that people who are not considered stereotypically attractive find each other attractive. So that's like the good thing about it. But generally speaking, all of those things, beauty, how much money you make, how intelligent you are, in terms of women, none of that matters. It matters in terms of looks, okay, don't get me wrong. But what really sustains somebody to where a man wants to stay with you, where a woman wants to stay with you, comes down to your emotional intelligence. When it comes to predicting success, when it comes to predicting how far you'll get in life, you do not look at the person's IQ or race. You look at their emotional intelligence. Because emotional intelligence is all about knowing how to motivate yourself, persisting through trials and error, controlling your impulses, delaying gratification, and also being aware of your current emotional state. Because the opposite of emotional intelligence, especially in a woman, is not controlling yourself, not controlling your impulses, not knowing where your emotions are coming from, not knowing what you're feeling, literally not even being in touch with your emotions. Where sometimes you're stressed out and you're sad, and you don't even know why you're stressed out and sad. Or you don't even know that you're stressed out and sad. So without knowing it, you're acting completely out of character. It's almost like somebody who's on crack, where they think they're talking to you like this. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm on crack, but I'm relaxed. But then when you see them actually talking, they're really talking like this, like fucking crack the fuck out, like. But they don't have the self-awareness to see how they're really coming across, right? So the number one sign is just a woman who has self-awareness of her emotions. Self-awareness. Yeah, and the reason why is that pain, life is very traumatic. Now, we're wired to deal with trauma, right? We're wired to deal with trauma. That's how we became, that's why we are what we are. Your body's wired for the trauma. But what you're not wired for is to avoid pain. You're not wired to avoid pain because we have millions of years of evolution of having a certain brain that doesn't allow you to escape your reality. It's only been in the few 100,000 years ago where we developed a neocortex that allows us to imagine a different world and escape reality. But for the whole evolution, every animal had to face their fears. Every animal had to face their emotion and not run away from it. So it's not normal. In fact, it's not healthy to run away from emotion, because running away from emotion is thinking about your problems, thinking about how you feel. Rather than feel, you rather think about the feeling. Because thinking about the feeling releases stress temporarily. But feeling the feeling is uncomfortable initially. So the first step to develop emotional intelligence is to simply bring awareness to your emotion. Because when you bring awareness to your emotion, you pretty much succeed in every other area that I talked about, where by becoming aware of your emotions, you're able to control your impulses. Studies show that simply creating space between yourself and your emotion, by observing it, you actually bring more impulse control into your system. You literally become, you develop a more resilient emotional immune system. You could deal with emotions better. And by learning how to observe your emotions, you also learn to delay gratification. That means that when you want to send that text, you control yourself. That means that when a guy or girl dumps you or hurts you, you learn to control those emotions. You don't think that this is it. This is the last person that I am going to meet. I will never meet somebody as good as this person. No, that's just your emotions. You learn to realize that this is really your emotions creating this illusion because of the cortisol that's being released, right? So developing emotional intelligence allows you to observe their reactions and not react. Because what communicates weakness is not controlling your emotions. Why? Because when you don't control your emotions, the first thing that will happen is that you're out of the abundance of the heart speaks the mouth. You're gonna talk a lot. By not controlling your emotions, you talk a lot, you say the wrong things, you reveal things you shouldn't reveal, and it exposes your weakness. Now, there's nothing wrong with having weakness. The problem is that when you don't control your weaknesses, by becoming aware of your emotions, whatever is weak becomes strong, people. That's how it works. So if you see somebody and you want to know whether or not they have high, or whether or not you have high emotional intelligence, ask yourself, am I consistently monitoring my inner emotional state? Developing presence, developing a practice of meditation will be the first step you need to develop in order to develop that emotional intelligence. Because through meditation, it strengthens your emotional immune system. It doesn't mean you're not going to get attacks emotionally where people are going to hurt you. It doesn't mean you're not going to get hurt. It means that when people hurt you, when you feel anxiety, because dating is an anxious thing, people, you got to understand there's a war going on. A secret, invisible war. And you don't see the battle troops. You don't see the war. You don't see troops. But you do feel the battle scars. You do see the battle scars in you. You do notice the resentment. And if you date without becoming aware, without bringing awareness to your emotions, you're going to develop a lot of calluses that will manifest itself as bitterness, as generalizations of the sex, as you even opting now to date. You literally say, I'm not dating no more. We don't want that. We want to be able to use the pain that people throw at us, the pain that people make us feel. You want to use that as a spiritual practice. When somebody hurts you, don't just cry. Say it's time to grow. Now, how do you do it? You can ask yourself, I wonder what's going on inside of me. And keep that awareness of what's going on inside of you at every moment of your life. Imagine the awareness. Ask yourself, I wonder what's going on inside of me right now. Just ask yourself that and notice what's going on inside of you. Keep that awareness of what's going on inside of you all the time. Imagine that you're observing what's going on inside of you. This is how it is. And you walk around your whole life feeling what's going on inside of you. Don't say, oh, wow, a nice dog. Let me focus on the nice dog. No. It should be, oh, wow, a nice dog. What's going on inside of me? Oh, hey, cute dog. But you're always aware. Always shining a light on your pain. Shining a light on whatever uncomfortable feeling you have. You don't even stop. Somebody talks to you. Hey, Alexis. You don't lose your attention. Hey, Alexis. You keep your attention on the pain. Hey, how are you? You don't lose focus of it. You use that pain as an anchor, right? Other things that you could do is write down the experience of that pain. Write it down. What is the physical experience of that emotional pain you're feeling right now? Or the boredom that you're feeling, or the frustration that you're feeling? Write it down. You say, oh, this sensation, I feel stiffness in the shoulders. You write it down. It feels a little warm here. You write it down. My neck is a little stiff. You write it down. My jaw is a little clenched. You write it down. You write down the physical manifestation of that emotion. And what happens is that you're bringing awareness to it. You're not going to feel that emotion as much by simply becoming aware of it. And that is the first step to developing emotional intelligence. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create
will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're gonna be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one will teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace, and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship, and this a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you could read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.